Vanderpump Rules star Tom Sandoval, he has just issued a statement that he believes that reality TV stars such as his Vanderpump Rules cast and himself should be paid in the same way that unionized actors such as Brad Pitt are paid. And this statement has gotten a lot of media coverage. It's been, in my opinion, it's been blown a little bit out of proportion because the headlines are reporting that Tom Sandoval said that he feels he should be paid the same amount as Brad Pitt. That's not exactly what he said. What he said was that he feels that his Vanderpump Rules cast and he should band together and they should, in a way, unionize, just like actors have unionized under the Screen Actors Guild. He feels that reality TV stars and his cast should unite and they should demand residual payments. Now, residual payments are payments that actors, directors, and other creatives that are involved in the movie making and TV industry receive when the original work is reused after the initial release. So, for example, when someone films a movie, but then that movie is later released on DVD, the actors will receive what's called residual payments, and so will the directors and the other creatives that worked on that original work, right? And then if a movie or a television show is then sold or the rights are released to a streaming service, right? Like Netflix or Hulu or Fubo, whatever. Then the actors and the creatives and the directors also receive residual payments on things like that. So what Tom Sandoval is saying is that he says, well, he is believed to make about $700,000 per series of Vanderpump Rules, but he doesn't get residuals. So Vanderpump Rules is also available on certain streaming services. I believe it's available, for example, on Hulu, right? So Tom Sandoval is saying, well, we don't get any type of residual payments when Bravo TV plays reruns of our Vanderpump Rules episodes. We don't get residual payments when everyone's streaming Vanderpump Rules off of Hulu. So what Tom Sandoval actually said is that he believes that reality TV stars such as himself and his Vanderpump Rules cast should come together, unite, unionize in a sense, and that they should be paid residual payments when the Vanderpump Rules series is reused and replayed, whether it be on the streaming service, whether it be Bravo replaying it. He wants them to get residual payments because residual payments are a significant amount of money. And that helps actors get by in between jobs. They can live off of their residuals depending on how much the residuals are. So, I mean, listen, it's a fair ask. It's a fair statement because reality TV stars do make their networks a lot of money. Imagine how much money Bravo TV and the network made off of Scandival and after, the last 11 series of Vanderpump Rules. And as we know, Vanderpump Rules was just announced, I believe last week. It was just announced that the Bravo Network is going to do a complete overhaul, a reboot for season 12. They're going to have a whole new cast. All the OG cast, including Tom Sandoval, are no longer going to be part of the cast. Tom Schwartz, Tom Sandoval, Katie, Lala, Sheena, all of our originals that we've watched for 11 seasons, some of them for 11 seasons, such as Sheena, they're not going to be part of the series anymore. So Tom Sandoval may be staring down the barrel of really needing to figure out where his next paycheck is going to come from. So he's really speaking out heavily saying, I want these residual payments. Our cast, VPR, we should band together, stand together, and demand residual payments. Now, it's interesting because he does have a podcast. So Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz, they do technically have a podcast. I think it's called Everybody Hates Tom or something, or Everyone Loves Tom podcast. I've listened to a few episodes, but it's spotty, friends. Like, in terms of, it's not consistent. So they were doing it consistently every week for a while, but then they kind of dropped off. I think Tom was touring with his band. Tom Sandoval had other things, I guess, that were going on. So I stopped listening to Tom Sandoval's podcast because I just couldn't rely on it to be released every week. And that's something that I value in a podcast is content creation, is that you're going to be sticking with it. I know when you're going to drop your episodes. They didn't always drop the episodes on the same day every week. So it sounds like he might be trying to resuscitate that podcast. And that he may be trying to still do some more with it. But honestly, and I think he has this stint upcoming on the Traders. He's going to be on Traders. So he does have some one-off projects that it looks like he's going to be doing, but they're nothing compared to the $700,000 per series paycheck that he was receiving from Vanderpump Rules. So maybe this clamor, this recent outcry that Tom Sandoval is saying is outcrying for, it may be because he's really looking at, what are my prospects in the future for money? Where's my money going to come from? He had that whole controversy with Ariana Madix about their house and going back and forth about their over $2 million house and that fight. So he probably has a lot of legal expenses built up. He's been paying legal expenses also in the case brought by Rachel Leviss against he and Ariana. So Tom Sandoval has, I feel that his clamor for residual payments is driven by his deep concern for, where's my money going to come from? I'm going to be on Traders. I've got my podcast that I'm trying to make some good with, but where is his next paycheck going to come from? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But really, the media has overblown his comment. The media has been kind of incorrectly reporting that Tom Sandoval said that he wants to be paid the same amount as Oscar winner Brad Pitt. That's not necessarily true. He didn't say anything about amounts, like I want to be paid X amount, the same as Brad Pitt. What he is saying is that he feels reality TV stars should be paid in the same way that unionized actors like Brad Pitt are paid. He's saying that we should get residual payments. He's saying that every time someone streams Vanderpump Rules off of Hulu, I should be paid. He's saying that when Bravo does reruns of Vanderpump Rules, I should be paid, because right now the Vanderpump Rules cast is not paid residuals when the initial episodes are reused in other forms. So, and listen, however you may or may not feel about Tom Sandoval, I feel that's a fair ask. In my opinion, I feel that's a fair ask for these reality TV stars to start getting some form of residual payments, because reality TV stars, some of them make more for their networks than some unionized actors do, right? So I want to also talk to you about who has the right to receive residual payments. Unionized actors, such as actors with the Screen Actors Guild, unionized directors, unionized creatives who are part of the TV and movie making industry. They have a unionized right. It's mandatory that they receive residual payments. And the amount of the payment, that can vary on different factors. It can vary based on the length of the work, and it can vary based on other factors as well, such as where the work is being seen. So that's this is something that Bethany Frankel, in her Reality Reckoning movement, residuals for reality TV star actors is something that Bethany Frankel has been advocating for quite some time. She has very publicly put it out there that Bethany Frankel feels that reality TV stars are not treated fairly, that they should be receiving more of the rights that the unionized actors receive, and that the reality TV stars, she feels, should come together and unionize and take what she feels is theirs, and demand these rights. So this is all really interesting stuff that I'm going to be following on this channel. Sped Up News, we're going to continue to follow the Vanderpump Rules legal battles. We are